Keith Griffin here from Atlanta, Georgia. I wasn't going to do another video on Biden and that disgraceful, I guess you could call it a debate, but I got a friend, he asked me to do another one, so here we go. Let's talk about why he is absolutely refusing to drop out and how disastrous it could be. We're going to talk about why Biden is screwed. We're going to talk about what the talking heads are doing to make it worse, and we're going to talk about the implications afterwards. So let's do this. First thing first, I'm on the record saying that there is no way Biden's coming back from that disaster of a debate. Dude looked like he was 1 billion years old. Dude didn't know where he was. He couldn't call Trump out on his bullshit. You know why? He didn't know where he was. He looked like he was seeing ghosts out there. The attack ads write themselves. From now until November, we're going to see Biden looking off into the void on every commercial every day. There's no amount of interviews. There's no amount of stumps. There's no amount of friendly crowds, friendly interviewers given pre-selected questions. They're going to fix that. The attack ads write themselves. There's nothing you can do. The toothpaste cannot be taken out. The toothpaste is out of the tube. There's no putting it back in. It doesn't matter what he does, because on the biggest stage, at the biggest moment, he looked like someone that had no idea where it was. He could barely form a complete sentence. There's no coming back from that, period. It doesn't matter if you're talking to 20 people or do an interview on Friday. It makes no difference. I didn't even watch the interview the other day. There was no point, because the die has been cast. There was no coming back from it. And frankly, we needed to accept that. And the talking heads are only making it worse, because I keep on hearing the same shit over and over and over again. The same 3 talking points. Oh, well, Biden has to stay in because in 1968, when LBJ dropped out, the Republicans won. Okay, first off, it was 1968. It was a different world, different universe, different country. I mean, they were both the United States, but we were very different worlds. The Democrats are going to lose anyway, because they had lost the Southern Democrats in the South after the Voting Rights Act. And frankly, you can say what you want about Nixon and the Watergate thing. Nixon was a popular guy. He's a hell of a politician. I mean, he won his re-election in a landslide. Like, he was no scrub. He was no historically unpopular president like Trump. I mean, he's going to beat 95% of people. So it's not even a comparison. So stop bringing it up. Second thing is, oh, well, he won the popular vote. Dude, it was a popular vote between himself, and I. It was just Joe Biden. There was no other options, period. You didn't debate. Yeah, well, like Dean, whoever. It doesn't matter. There was no Buttigieg there. There was no Gavin Newsom. There was no Kamala Harris. There was no Gretchen Whitmer. It was Biden. They cleared the road for him, and then they said, hey, you're voting for this guy. No debate. And that was it. That's not a democratic solution. That is them telling us, here's Biden, you take it or else. That was it. Or here, have Trump. That's what they said. That is not a viable solution. We need an open convention where we can realistically debate who we would like. If Biden takes his performance enhancers and suddenly becomes 30 years old again, maybe he has a shot, but I don't see it. We need, I think Gretchen Whitmer would be great. I mean, she's from a battleground state, she's and she's very popular in that battleground state. So, and she's a woman, I think that would play well, but, we're just going to have to see there. Yeah. So then we've got the third thing is that, oh, well, we don't have enough time. Got 4 months left, so let's just skip that. And then finally, they're going to say, oh, well, who do we have? And I think I just kind of, touched on that. There are plenty of great candidates. It's not, I mean, Biden said himself, there's 50 Democrats. I live in a battleground state. Biden is behind in every single battleground state there is. Georgia, PA, Michigan, North Carolina, Florida, Ohio, list goes on. Anything that's remotely a battleground state, even states like New Hampshire, where he won by 10 points in 2020, he's behind there. So, if you're behind every battleground state and there's 50 Democrats that can beat Trump, maybe you should think about grabbing somebody else. Again, as we said, there's 4 months left. 4 months is an eternity in any other country in the world, any other country in the world except for the United States. So, so I think that we need to seriously evaluate that. The last thing I'll say about the talking heads with their bullshit points is stop with the gaslighting where they're like, oh well, you guys have to vote for Biden or you're undemocratic or he is it. You need to put together a viable candidate that can form a complete sentence. Again, we need to go to an open convention because we can't just have a situation where you're just forcing some dude down our throat. That's not how democracy works. You can do better. Like, be better. Don't be MAGA. Be better. Just because we don't agree with you, I think we have some valid points. Dude can't even form a complete sentence. You can't call Trump out on his bullshit because guess what? He doesn't know where he is, as I said before. I think the third part I'm just going to end with here is just the implications. I don't know if you guys have talked about Project 2025 yet, but it's a mega wet dream. It's an absolute travesty. It talks about making all non-political government employees under the president. So you have a brain drain of professionals such as engineers, professionals. They've gone through multiple administrations, and then they'd be replaced with flunkies, MAGA flunkies, sycophants. So it'd be a disaster. EPA gone, Department of Education gone. War on big oil comes to an end. I mean, they do what the hell they want. Not to mention, putting abortion medicine on the same level as heroin, category 1. Like, what are we doing? It's absolutely insane. I mean, I could go on and on. The bottom line is it's a disaster. And as a country, we need to do everything we can to avoid that. And right now, we are screwing it up. There's no other way around it. You are giving every opportunity for us to for the, Trump and his cronies just to take the election because we have no solution. And we absolutely refuse. And then what's going to happen when we lose in November? You know what they're going to say? Oh, well, there's nothing we could have done. We did our best. Like, that's not good enough this time. So, anyway, that's my take. We'll have another video soon. Thanks.